Hi, I'm Mojtaba. Today I'm going to be walking you through a case study for vPro, a project that I completed as a part of UX design course with Career Foundry. What is vPro? vPro is web responsive app for those who are looking for advice from experts to solving their problems in diverse specialized domains. But how did I get this solution? First of all, based on the general problem statement, I created my initial hypothesis. To identify similar applications and their strengths and weaknesses, I conducted a competitive analysis. The SWOT analysis helped me learn how to make the product even better by taking advantage of their. When creating a product, it's important to consider the investor's role and the business objectives of its development. To ensure success, I have established clear business goals as well as a detailed executive plan and timeline for the app's production. To gain a deeper understanding of the potential user needs and pain points, I conducted user interviews as a part of my research. Having an initial hypothesis, competitor analysis, and a business plan helped me formulate targeted interview questions. By using the affinity map method, I carefully analyzed the data collected and discovered valuable insights. For example, through user research, I discovered what features were important for potential users. I found out whether users prefer to know the cost before booking a consulting session or if they felt more secure with a payment system. Additionally, I discovered whether users wanted the option to save their video call with the expert. After my research, I developed three user personas, two who needed advice and one who was an expert. From there, I determined the essential features of the app to meet each persona's needs. Using those features, I designed initial user flows and task analysis to illustrate how the app's functionality would work. User flows play a critical role in establishing the information architecture of the app. They provide a solid foundation for the overall user experience design. The sitemap creating for vPro was an iterative process, and the initial sitemap was refined using card sorting tests. Once I had created the sitemap, I went to start creating low-fidelity wireframes. At this point, I have developed 25 wireframes encompassing the three primary user flows for the application, which resulted in a grand total of 70 high-fidelity screens as the project nears completion. I tested the design using two methods, a usability test and preference test. For the usability test, 6 participants completed the task while I observed how they navigated the app and found the information about experts. I analyzed both their opinions and reactions to gain a better understanding of their needs by using an affinity map, and I updated the prototype based on the test findings. I improved the design by using feedback from usability and preference tests and colleague suggestions, while also focusing on visual design, emotional design, and accessibility to enhance the user interface and experience. If you are interested to see the final result, click on the prototype. Thank you for watching. Okay, the interview questions. The first question is, have you ever given feedback on someone else's design before? Have you received feedback on your own design? Yes, since I started my course with Career Foundry, I have given and received feedback many times. I usually try to express my opinion briefly but clearly. I believe that a project needs the others' opinions with different points of view to be better. Also, I always welcome hearing feedback and I'm open to hearing others' opinions. I also consider reviewing other people's designs and giving feedback as a good mental exercise for myself because it helps me to see more accurately. The second one is, how would your teammates describe you professionally? I think my colleague would describe me as a hardworking person, someone who is very focused on his work and always manages the work to go according to the timeline. My colleague will say that I'm a reliable person in teamwork who performs well the accepted responsibilities and is always ready to learn new things. Of course, I hope he says this. I always try to have a positive presence in a teamwork and support my teammates as much as possible. The third question is, tell me about difficult project where you overcame a challenge. In my previous career as an architect, I faced many critical points because architectural projects are very complex and many people play a role in their implementation. But one of my hardest experience was when I made an artistic object for a museum. That object was installed in its place according to the plan, but less than 24 hours before the museum's opening, the investors decided to change the place of the object. And since that was made of many delicate parts, it was very difficult to do. I had to work all night until morning, and I finally got through it. Fourth question is, think of a question you could ask the interviewer. My question would be, if I get hired, I want to know what projects I will work on and what tasks I will be responsible for. Also, is there any training courses to learn about the company's work structure before I start?